Hey everyone, this is John, the Bumbling Golfer here, episode 24 of the Bumbling Golfer podcast. I have a special guest with me today, someone who is actually promoting people like to go out and create content, which is great. So I have Chris Boyinger here from the Golf Creator Open. Chris, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me,
Um,
John.
yeah, man, of course. So I want to like honestly, I'm just going to jump right into it. Like, so how did this whole thing start? Like, what drove you to you and I guess your partner? So also just let me mention Chris is one of the co-founders of this Golf Creator Open. I just want to be very clear with that.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess the inception of the whole thing, was just, I guess the conception was kind of like the lack of, I guess, like representation, I guess. From the Internet Invitational, there was a little bit of backlash. People in the comments who were like, I didn't get invited, I didn't even get recognized, and blah, blah. So I think it was like the next day, I like put out a poll on my story. I was like, guys, we're all in this space together. Like we all got resources, we all got sponsors, like we're all in this space. Like let's just do it ourselves, right? Like, I think Dave Portnoy meant, the best for what he is putting on. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I had like no discredit to any of those guys. Like I love all those creators. I just think people were a little bit fatigued from just seeing the same people getting the same opportunities from the Creator Classic to Live Golf to the Internet Invitational, and they were hoping they were going to have some different faces out there. And I just wanted to give the people what they were looking for, right? And just having some of these creators that people haven't heard of, or maybe they have heard of them, but they just haven't seen them in this kind of event or this kind of stage to give people that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I love the idea. I agree. So I do I don't like to call myself a content creator, right? It's just I have a hard time with that, but I hear what you're saying, right? So there's quite a few people like that are coming there that I know, which is amazing, right? They're creators, they're going out there, they're doing their thing, they're out there promoting the game for what it is, right? They're not necessarily going out there saying, there may not have some of them have access to PGA players, right? Some of them, but at the end of the day, there are smaller people out there, right? Smaller creators out there that are saying, hey, 1,400 followers. I think that's amazing, right? All the way up to hundreds of thousands of followers, right?
Right.
And I think you hit it now. I think you nailed it right on the head, right? There's a space out there for people to get their name out, right? I think collaboration is probably going to the biggest thing that comes out of this. Because you're going to have people left and right that are collaborating with each other, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah. No, I think that it's like the ultimate collab is
Yeah,
like basically like what it is, and we wanted to give a lot of people the opportunity, who are even higher handicap golfers who are in this space who have, grown their following. And, it's like this is the interesting time in history where you could have sponsors and collaborations and not even be a super good golfer,
right.
right? But for the golfers out there that are really grinding on their game, they got low handicaps. We really wanted to reserve the tournament specifically for them. Um, and then for the scramble that is going to be earlier in the day to be the opportunity for a lot of these, other names and
Yeah,
kind of higher handicap golfers to be able to come together, collaborate, shoot some content, and just have some fun. So
yeah, yeah. So, um, I mean, this has been talked about for a long time by a lot of people, right? This has been an
right.
idea, and you guys are actually putting it into play. So, what were some of the logistics around it? Like, it literally came together in a matter of like a week, right?
Yeah, no, it was like we started this on July 11th. So not even giving ourselves full 90 days. Logistics behind it was just like, hey, let's find a golf course as soon as possible,
Yep.
lock it down, and then it's like we knew like once we had the golf course, like everything was gonna be a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
And we had some issues with one golf course that like made us some overbloated promises, and it was kind of like maybe we'll be able to do this, maybe we'll be able to do that. It's like, dude, I'm one of those guys that just doesn't waste any time. It's like we were just wanting to find a golf course that is going to, be a high quality course that people can play at, be able to compete at, and also that kind of sees the vision and sees the value in having some of these people out there, right? So we would lock down Palm Aire, their Oaks course. They were very, very excited about putting this on, and we're gonna run with it, and hopefully next year we'll have some more opportunities. Because we were talking to some other golf courses, but we just didn't want to have to delay it, right? Because there
Yeah.
was like some rumors around, like, is this going to be delayed? Is this date going to be pushed out? And we wanted to just lock it in, make it happen, and then next year we can look at those other opportunities. So
Yeah, I mean it's interesting from from asking golf courses permission, right? So look, the optics. I say this all the time on my podcast, and even when I'm shooting content, the optics of cameras are terrible, right? Especially when you have someone like I've been out and I've seen people doing content hitting 4, 5, 6 shots, and then they're like finally hit the one, right? And they're like, "Oh, look at this shot! I'm a great golfer." And I'll be honest with you, I've played with a few people like that, and I wiped them up and
yeah,
that's okay, right? But it all comes down to honesty, and there's going to be a lot of honesty going on, right? There's going to
it's going to
be
humble a few people,
yeah, yeah,
100%.
for sure, for sure. And it's not about like I don't want to say it's like it's about exposing people. I just think it's going to humble some people, right? And there are some really great golfers out there, man. Like the list of people, I mean, it's too big for me to talk about. People can go on your Instagram and look at who's
Sure.
committed,
Yeah.
but there are some really great golfers out there. Big name golfers, right?
Mhm.
Big name
Lots of
golfers.
long drivers too.
Yeah,
Lots of
yeah,
long drive guys are coming
yeah.
out. So,
Yeah, I know old school long drive guys from like the late
mhm.
90s when I competed. The guys
Yeah.
from like Shark Attack Golf and Yeti Golf. I actually owned Yeti Golf and sold it to Matt Ellenberg.
Wow.
So
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
and Bobby Bradley, like you can't lose with that guy showing up anywhere. He's got a great personality. He's got tons of
Funny.
game and he's just a good dude. I never met him in person, but I know a lot of people that know him. But yeah, and I just saw Kelly Rudney signed up, which is great.
Yep.
She's amazing. Like just hits the ball a mile.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of that going on. And so I just want to get back to the golf course, right? So
Mhm.
they were excited to have this event, right? I mean, the amount of publicity they're going to get, everyone there is going to be talking about Palm Aire Golf Club.
I don't think they fully understood what we were really pitching them at first.
Yeah,
Um, and I think like once they like took a look at the page and kind of like what was kind of forming, then they were kind of like, okay, now we get it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, but
yeah.
like
I mean, it's great.
verbally trying to tell somebody like in like an office
You
somewhere,
can't.
like, and this is
They
what we're
don't.
trying to do. It's
They
kind of
don't
like
get it.
we need some visual aids here, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and it's all free, right? Like, so they can. I'm sure they're going to get all the content that they want, all the content they need.
Right?
Again, cameras are the optics are bad, but like you're essentially holding your own tournament.
Right.
So you probably have the course for the entire day, which is great.
Mhm.
And again, the amount
Par
of
four, they kind of stepped in like almost
first, they
like
were the
day
first
two.
ones, right? Yeah,
Like day two, they chirped in. They're like, "We want to stream this. We want to broadcast this. We want to be your partner." And I was like,
yeah,
"Dude,
yeah.
hell yeah!"
Yeah, and I see that backswings involved too. I'm hooked up with those guys, and then Course
Yep.
Records on board. Course Record, by the way, shout out to you guys. Course Record's the best drink out there on the market. I'll say on the
Delicious.
market.
Love it.
It's so
Yeah,
good. Blue Raz, shout out to the Blue Raz. Um,
absolutely.
and
No,
then
it just felt appropriate to have those guys on. It's like I'm from
yeah,
West Palm and they're right in my backyard,
yeah, and
and
good dudes too, really good
yeah,
guys.
definitely.
So, um, so with that being said, like how has it been with getting people on board? Are they just like jumping at you and saying, with all these people promoting it and saying, "Hey, I'm playing in this. Do they want to get on board?"
Yeah, so we had a registration page up for about 2 weeks. Um, I think once it really caught fire, the registration was already closed at that point. So it's like we had many people sign up, and we kind of wanted to prioritize, the people that signed up the most, right?
Yep.
Because we had, big names were there, shooting us DMs saying, "Hey, I really want to be in here. Like, please get me in. Like, I'll do anything for a spot." And, at the end of the day, for the people that got here early, that were passionate about this project and, signed up, we really wanted to just make those people the priority
Yeah.
before, anybody else. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. And you see on my screen you got the Caddy Splash guys are involved, great
Yeah,
young guys out there just crushing the market.
love
Um
guys, but
yeah, yeah, they're great. So I mean you have and I'm looking through my Instagram here. I'm looking through your Instagram here like you got like Greg Norman Goff like on board. It's a big deal. You know what I mean?
big name.
Yeah, and this is grassroots. The event didn't even happen yet. People were so excited about it. I think because people are seeing what the potential is going forward, right? Like this could be one of, I mean, you could probably do 4 or 5 events a year, right?
Yeah, it's like that's something that Esteban and I were talking about. We're thinking like, is there a way that we can do more events than just one annual event per year? We're kind of looking at that, looking like how could we navigate that?
I mean, regionally, you have Florida, you have the
I mean,
Carolinas, you have the
yeah,
Northeast. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm hooked up with all these guys in Utah. Like, I was there
mm,
for a few days. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
So,
Like
and the
it's the
interesting thing
worst
is,
case. It's like if it's just the annual event, we can have it
for sure,
here in North Carolina, we can do Colorado, California,
yeah,
different places, kind of like how the U.S. Open does it, kind of moving around different courses and whatnot.
yeah,
Because I'm sure there'll be many opportunities for, different courses to be available. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to know when we cross that bridge.
yeah.
So
It's going to be an exciting time, and you're what, like 60 days away, less than 60 days away,
less than that, yeah, it's
40,
like we got
45 days,
this
something like that.
month and then September, like that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So, what do you expect? Like, what are you expecting out of this? Like, what is the goal, or are you just facilitating something that everyone's been wanting for a long time?
I think, yeah, just kind of a mix of things. It's like I definitely want to just put on something that everyone's kind of been waiting for and kind of hoping to happen. Um, of course, I this isn't just my idea, right? This is something that everyone has kind of wanted to do, but it's kind of like who's going to execute this? Like, who's going to just make it happen?
Right.
So, um, I think, yeah, it's like I want to put on a great event for everybody, kind of have it be. I know it's not going to be perfect, right? I know
Oh,
it's not going to
no
be like,
golf tournament is ever perfect, right?
it's never perfect, but at the end of the day, it's going to bring a lot of different personalities together, show some different sides of people, and give people the opportunity to compete in a different space and a different
Yeah.
level, and have it be broadcasted, right? Have it be streamed, and then next year we can make it even bigger. You know,
Yeah. So I'm curious how like lodging going to be done on site, or like have you done, or is that just up
so
to the
yeah, for the
players?
travel accommodations, people are like kind of looking at like Airbnbs and hotels in the area.
Okay, that makes sense.
Um,
I
so
always I always forget about that option.
that is an option. Yeah, I think in the future, yeah, we might like have like a budget set aside, for like on site,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. We want to really prioritize, like security and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's a
Uh,
good point. Good point.
yeah, so we'll have like some local security at the event, so it'll kind of be like a mini PGA Tour style event, right?
Okay.
At least that's kind of like what we're going for, and we got all the moving pieces that kind of been, the puzzle slowly kind of making its way to taking
Yeah.
shape. So we just
Yeah.
have a few more pieces left that we got to put it together. But I think we got like all the hard stuff really out of the way at this point.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's
that's
just the
that's
small
great.
stuff.
Yeah, that's great. So, spectators, are you allowing spectators in?
We're definitely going to allow spectators to be there. We're not necessarily advertising it or like doing any sort of marketing, but for anybody who wants to be there to support, some of their favorite creators, we're definitely going to let them in and walk the ropes and do all that. So
Love that. Love that. Love that. What's been the biggest challenge so far in pulling this together?
biggest challenge I think was just the golf course and just trying to choose one and kind of like um, vocalize and kind of like show the vision of like like, oh, it's all in my head, but like let me try to verbalize this to
Right. Yeah.
some general manager of a golf course that's like is this like some sort of like business event, like what is this,
Yeah.
and it's like I think just looking at the Instagram page, it just it's a much more clear picture. Just being able to look at that and go, okay, I understand what they're trying to do here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So have you counted up the number? of followers for all of the people that are there?
Oh my gosh. It's got to be at least like almost 4 million,
Right,
something like that.
right.
Yeah, so it's definitely up there. Um, so I mean, I'm sure like the for the broadcast, it won't nearly be at that level.
Yeah.
But for the views and stuff after the fact of people posting, on their own pages and
Lives,
collaborating on
Instagram lives, all that good stuff. Yeah.
a lot of opportunity there.
So I see the par four said they're going to basically live stream the entire thing.
Hmm.
You think they're ready for this?
I think I think they're ready,
Yeah.
and let me tell you why. Because they are going to be also doing the Cardi Classic, which is coming up
Hmm.
in September. So I'm going to be there at the Cardi Classic. Hunter Brennan, shout out to him in the Cardi Classic. So I'll get to kind of see their event kind of take shape. Them using par four, and seeing them in action prior to them coming out for the Golf Creator Open. So it'll kind of give me an idea. Okay, this is what they're going to be doing. This is how it's going to look. This is what we're going to be able to do. So, like for me, like I'm going to be kind of more facilitating, but also commentating
Yeah.
with my brother Caleb. So he's going to be
Okay.
flying out.
Love
We're
that.
going to be commentating. We have a media correspondence team, Piff and Patey. Shout out to them. They're going to be doing some course interviews as well as post round interviews with some people. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it in a whole nutshell.
Love that. Love that. So, what is, are there any activities for these players like pre, post? I know there's VIP party, right?
Yeah,
And I did register. I'm not, still not sure if I'm actually going to come yet or not. But it's one of them things where I know the VIP party, um, golfers, most golfers like to have a good time, right? So I'm sure
yeah,
it should be an interesting time. What activity, is there anything other than that, like activity wise
yeah.
that might be
No,
happening or?
we'll have some like a golf simulator set up. I mean, obviously we'll have that for the VIP night, but we might have something there for the event. Robo golf, the Robo golf swing.
Okay.
Um, they're gonna have one of those set up. So
Is that the
I
one where
don't
the
know what
players
the
like you can
logistics
like
looks like.
type in someone's player like Tiger Woods
Yeah,
and you can feel how his swing is?
yeah, you can put in like Jake Knapp,
That's
Tiger
pretty cool.
Woods, like whoever.
Very cool.
And it's so cool. I haven't personally used it, but like I want to be able to use it at
Right.
the
Yeah.
event.
I've
So
seen people use it and it's like super slow and I guess maybe it like ramps you up to get like the full force of it or something, but
yeah, it's like there's like different levels of like resistance, I
yeah,
think, that you can have on there to where it's like you kind of feel
that's cool.
like, okay,
Yeah.
this is where I need to be in this part of the swing or whatnot. So
Very, very cool. Very cool. So, well, I mean, that's interesting, right? So you have it's essentially like a 2 day event.
yeah, it'll be the first night that'll be on Friday, and then the full day will be that Saturday.
Okay, cool. Do you have any like coverage of outside of like the influencer world? You have like local TV coming? Do you have anything like that? I'm trying,
Good
what I'm
question.
trying to do, Chris, is I'm trying to help people understand and visualize what this is going to be.
Right.
And obviously I know things, look, I've hosted golf tournaments, right? And stuff goes wrong all the time. But you can
Hmm.
only plan ahead of time and say, hey, here's what we're going to be doing. And like
Yeah.
I'm 100% like I can't wait to watch this all go down on par four, right? And I'm just curious to see how much mainstream stuff there may be um, outside of like the influencer piece.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, we have not communicated with any local news or anything like that, but I wouldn't be opposed to reaching out and see if they want to, have some coverage out there.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
good, man. Like, is there anything else you want everyone to know? Is there anything, other than Instagram, is there any way people can watch this? Is there, and I can put a bunch of stuff up on the screen here too.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Definitely sign up for Par Four. That's going to be just the hub where it's going to be. It's going to kind of be set up like masters.com. We're going to have the featured groups,
okay.
and kind of going back and forth between different holes, whatnot. So definitely download Par Four, either on their website par4.com, or I think it's par4.com, and then you can download the app. Um,
I'll reach out to
and
Par Four. I'll reach out to Par Four and I'll ask them what their link is. I'll just get them to send
yeah,
me the link,
yeah.
and I'll
And then
throw it
yeah,
on
just
here.
follow the Instagram page. We're still gonna be posting, more people who are committed, as well as some of the teams for the scramble and a
Love it.
few of the sponsors that have we got. We're gonna be posting. I guess like I can tell. We're gonna be posting caddy time
Okay, nice.
as a sponsor. They're gonna be supplying some caddies to. We're gonna have a lot of creators that are gonna have their own caddies or people that want to caddy for them.
Yep.
But just in case we have some people who are like, hey, I don't have a caddy, they're gonna be supplying those. So we're really grateful to have them on board.
Nice. That's a big deal, right? It's going to feel like a real event, right?
Right.
Right. So, well, look, man, very cool. I'll be getting this out very quickly. I want to get it
Cool.
out so I can help. If there's anything that I can help with, dude, let me know. If I'll just continue to post and repost what you guys got going on, and it sounds like it's going to be a really cool event. And again, you know, congrats on being able to pull this together so quickly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um,
And
I
I
don't.
wanted to ask you about, but before we kind of wrap this up,
Yep.
you did a documentary
I
recently, didn't
did.
you?
I did. Yeah.
Tell
So,
me a little bit about that. I do want to hear more about that, but
so
I don't know how much time you have.
no, it's my podcast. I could do this for forever, right?
Oh, yeah, you can talk about whatever you
Yeah.
want.
So, well, first of all, I appreciate you asking me. Yeah, I did a documentary. It was based on I played golf across the continent. So I played in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico in one day.
Wow.
So I started in Canada, teed off at 5:12 a.m. It at Pickering Glen Golf Club in Pickering Glen, Ontario, Canada. Right. So I'll get back to the whole course thing where I completely understand what you're talking about and trying to find a good course.
Yeah.
But they were great. 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿, he was a general manager there. I reached out to him and the ownership. They're like, tell us what you need. We will do whatever you need. It was just such a great time. So I played there. I was off the course by 7:20 or something like that. So I played golf 18 holes in under 24 in under 2 hours.
Wow.
I shot a 78, which was great, right?
Awesome.
And I had the whole course to myself. And so I finished there. I got an Uber to the airport in Toronto. I was at the airport by like 8:20, 8:30. And then I had a flight from Toronto to San Diego. And my
Hmm.
buddy picked me up at the airport, went to 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵𝐿 out there. I was only able to play 9 holes because my plane was delayed by like an hour, and then my clubs took forever, and then traffic in San
Oh,
Diego
yeah.
was a nightmare. So I played 9 there. I shot a 41. But shout out to Joel Moody with Factor Golf. He picked up the golf, and then I got to spend some time with him. Factor Golf, amazing golf clubs, by the way. Um, and then I had a car service pick me up at 𝐿𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵𝐿, took me to Tijuana. And Chris, let me tell I can't even explain. It was the wildest trip I've ever had in a car. I mean, this guy, his name was Jose, 5 Star Tours. Shout out to them. If anyone's in San Diego and wants to go to Tijuana or whatever, hit up 5 Star Tours and ask for Jose. I promise you. I got there safe. I was never concerned about any kind of safety. He drove me through, like, I have chills right now. I mean, we were going 90 degrees different ways. And he got me there. It was on GPS. It was like an hour or so, hour and 10 minutes. He got me there in
Yeah.
35 minutes. And then, so I get to
So he's
Tijuana,
booked it.
right, at Hotel Real Del Mar Golf Resort. And I played 18 holes there, shot a 79. By the way, with a 5 on the last par 3. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And
Jeez.
and it was a great journey, man. It was something that, I've never done anything for myself, and I mentioned this in a documentary. And my
Mhm.
mom passed a couple years ago, and she always told me, she's like, go have fun, right? Do your thing. And then my wife, just amazingly supportive, and she helped me through the process because I was going to go from Vancouver to San Diego to Tijuana. Never would have happened. She told me how to race
Wow.
the sun across the country, right? But yeah, I did that. It was a 1 day trip, and then I had an 8 hour layover in Phoenix, so I played Papago, which was phenomenal. It was such a great course.
Wow.
But yeah, the documentary was just like kind of like a passion project of mine. I love the creative aspect of it, and I did all the filming, I did all the editing, I did everything all by myself,
Wow.
and yeah, it was very cool. It was a really great
This
time.
this is up on YouTube, like this on your YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, yeah, yep,
Okay.
yep. I'll send you the link. I'll shoot the link to you.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a 5 part series. So it's the first 9 in Canada, second 9 in Canada, the round in San Diego, and then 2 in Tijuana. And then I did like a 30-minute recap of it all. But I'm also going to do um, Real Hotel and Hotel. Real Del Mar Golf Resort, I was treated like a king, man. Like it was crazy. I should have stayed for an entire week. I really should have, but I didn't. I wanted to get home. Like I just love being
It was
home.
that good. The service was
It,
that
it
good.
was, it was so good. And, I finished it. So I started at 5:12 a.m. in Toronto, and then I finished Eastern Standard Time at 8, 9, 10, at 11 p.m. So I had all that time, and it's kind of
It was a long day, man.
yeah, it was a long day, but I mean I had a lot of support, right? I had, obviously my wife is just super supportive. I had friends, my friend Tyler, who at the time worked for VA Composites. He
Okay.
picked me up. He's a high school friend of mine. He picked me up at the airport, took me, and then everything else just, dude, it was just such a great time. But um on I understand, I wanted to say, but I didn't want to kind of take the thunder of what this event is that you're doing.
Sure.
It was so hard. The hardest thing for me, I booked all my flights. I didn't have a course in Toronto. I didn't have a course in San Diego, but I had the course in Tijuana.
Yeah.
I reached out to no less than 15 courses in Toronto, and
Hmm.
I probably got answers from maybe six of them, and they all said no, said that they had tournaments that day, full tee sheets. Now, mind you, I did this on a Wednesday,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Wednesday, and in Toronto, I said I need the first light. I'll go off and I'll be off your course by 8 o'clock, and I'll be on my way. I won't bother anything. I won't interrupt your business whatsoever. And they gave me every excuse in the book. So I reached out to Pickering Glen. I reached out to the general manager, 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵, and I reached out to the two owners. And I said, hey, here's what I want to do. Sounds crazy. I'm a professional. I'm a director at a biosciences company. I'm not asking for anything for free. I'll pay for everything. I just need
Hmm.
a place to play. And they said, John, he called me. He said, John, whatever you need, tell us. And I'll tell you what, Chris, if you ever get a chance to go up to Toronto and play, go to Pickering Glen. It was an amazing course, and the
Really?
superintendent showed up at 4:50 in the morning just because he
Really?
wanted to thank me for coming there. And he had three of his guys the night before went out and cleaned the golf course up because they had me coming and I was going to be doing filming. It was
They gave you the
unbelievable.
VIP treatment
Dude, I'll
in
tell you,
Toronto.
and I recognize that, like, I'm a late afternoon guy because the optics of a camera. I use a tripod and just a GoPro, right? I literally use just it's a DJI Osmo Action 5.
Right.
And I just go, there's no one that can keep up with me. Nobody. So I'm able to go out and do that and have a good time. But yeah, it's tough. But yeah, the documentary piece was like a passion project. Um, I have some ideas for going forward. Um,
Yeah.
I'm a big documentary guy. I love watching them because I like to see real life stuff. And yeah, so we'll see. But I appreciate you asking me about that, man. I really do.
Yeah, no, it's like, I'm huge about documentaries as well. I think I was talking to Esteban. I was like, dude, like, should we have been like documenting this whole process of us putting this whole crazy shit together in less than
Yeah.
90 days? He's like, yeah, but that would have been a whole undertaking in itself. Like
Yeah.
just like
Look,
producing the whole thing, you know?
yeah, I mean, if even if you just do clips on your phone, like, hey, we just got this call from backswing and they're in, like, it's in that real time, and then you go back and you look at it. Like, honestly, Chris, the only reason I do podcasts and I do video of myself, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. Like, I go to work and I practice golf at Scramble House of Golf. Shout out to Justin. And then I play golf. That's it. I went from like a 13.4 to a 6.9. I work
Wow.
really, really hard at it. And I want my kids and my grandkids and great grandkids and other people to be able to see me in 20 years or
Hmm.
30 years or 50 years to say this is what he loved to do. And that's why I do this. I don't do it for money. I do it because it's something I love to do. And when I go out to a local golf course around here, people are like, "Yo, dude, you're the bumbling golfer." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Dude, I love, thank you for
The
supporting our
guy.
businesses, our local businesses." And
Yeah.
um, it's a good feeling, right? And you're going to get that. Like you're going to be a legend to Palm Aire Golf Club.
Stop. Don't do
Listen,
that to me.
listen. It's all going to be just because you did the small things, right? You did the small
Yeah.
things. You organized this event and all that. It's never going to be hard to find people to play in these events. The
Right.
organization behind the scenes stuff is maddening, dude. I get it. I really do. But you're doing something big here, and you should be really proud of that. I'm sure you guys are proud of it. And from a small creator to what you guys are doing, I see a bunch of people that on here that they might they might have like a breakthrough, right? And maybe they end up getting
Sure,
more eyes on them, and maybe they can do something. And a lot of these creators go out and do charity events. Like that's a big deal. Like that's the stuff
sure,
people don't understand. And be really proud of what you're doing. Like this is a big deal. It's a big deal.
sure. No, I mean, I definitely agree with you. It's like, for some of these people who are trying to break into this space and,
Mhm.
maybe they have like a couple hundred followers, but like they're a really good golfer, they're really passionate, and they want to make more content going into this. It's like, hey, like someone with like 100 followers could win this thing and
Yep.
it would just boost them to the top,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we
And
want that.
yeah, and you're doing it with, I mean, there's some mainstreams like Tish playing, like she just played in the one I just watched the other day. By the way, she's an absolute baller. Um,
Yeah,
Real opportunity for her to come in and win. Like that's a real
sure.
deal, right? She has this exposure, but who knows if she plays with someone and they're on par four, or she takes a picture with someone or
Hmm.
does whatever, or creates a friendship. Like I don't do new friends. I don't. But when I meet
It's
people
tough.
people that are like-minded, right? People that want to
Hmm.
go play golf, have a good time. Like I said, I don't mind if people drink and carry on, have a good time, but like I just want to do me, right? I just want to do me, have a good time. I represent my brands, right? Like Acorn Hills, I've been with Nate. He just graduated college and I've been with him for like over 2 years.
Wow.
And all these other brands like the course record guys, I don't ask anything. Backswing, I don't ask for anything. I say, how can I help you guys? Right?
Hmm.
This isn't my gig. If it would be great if at some point it turned into that, but I'm also a 46-year-old dude who probably only has so many swings left in my back, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
maybe I
I mean,
can
I'm
facilitate
the
something
same thing.
some way, somehow, right? And this relationship that you and I have, I mean, who knows? Maybe next year I can come commentate or maybe come play or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
again, I don't downplay what you're doing and
sure.
know that these like if someone's able to come out and play and gain one person or someone shows up with their kid and they sign an autograph, dude, it's the world to them. And
Yeah,
that's a big deal, right? Because everyone, I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. I watch YouTube
yeah.
golf.
You do golf.
I watch YouTube golf and I watch Cletus McFarland. That's pretty much it. That's all I really watch. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time, dude. I know you're really strapped with time. Congrats again on the new nephew, right?
Yeah, new nephew.
New nephew.
Yep.
Yeah, and if there's anything I can do, like at all, like hit tag me and stuff, I'll repost it. Whatever I can do, let
You
me
got
know,
it.
and I'll
Hey man,
do it.
we'd love to have you out as well if you want to come out. Do some interviews with some people. Talk to some folks. We'd love to have you there, man.
Yeah. I'll take a peek at my calendar, see if I can make it. I mean, Philly to there is like no problem. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But yeah, dude. And look, if anyone drops out, let me know.
I'll definitely keep you in the loop, John.
All right, sounds good, bud. All right. Well, look, how can everyone find you and all the content that's going to be going around this?
Yeah. You can find us at Golf Creator Open on Instagram. That's where we're posting most of our stuff. You can follow me as well over at Chris Boyinger. It's just my name. And we're going to be posting the website, golfcreatoropen.com, here pretty soon. I'm working on it right now. We're going to have some pre-order merch and some other goodies out there. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Nice, man. Nice. So I'll get this out. I will have this out within 2 days.
Sick.
Might actually be out tonight. I got to put some graphics on here. I got to make sure you're represented the
No
right
rush.
way.
No rush.
And we'll do that. So it'll be out here on YouTube. It'll be out on YouTube. It'll be out on all the podcast platforms as well. So yeah, man, good luck, dude. I'm really happy that someone's pulling this off for like we'll just say the regular people, right?
Trying to pull it off. Yeah.
No, you're pulling it off, dude. It's going to happen. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing, right?
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Just
stay
for,
positive. Stay,
what things will go wrong that, we can overcome.
dude. There's going to be
So,
stuff, and guess what? If it's out of your control, it's out of control, right? Like, it's you're a golfer, right? You understand that most of the things that can go wrong.
yeah,
But imagine all the things that are going to go right, right?
true.
Like, yeah.
Very true.
What if everything goes right, right? Not what if no, what if everything goes perfectly?
In a
And
perfect world, yeah, it's like
yeah,
I think that would be fantastic. So
yeah, for
you could take a
sure.
lot of
All right.
pressure off of me. So
Yeah, for sure. All right. So again, everyone, this is John, the Bumbling Golfer here, episode 24. I think I got that right. With Chris Boyinger here from the Golf Creator Open. And it takes place when? Give me the details on that.
It is October 3rd and the 4th in South Florida. It's going to be Pompano and Fort Lauderdale. And we're excited to have everyone out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be good, man. Well, thanks again for taking the time. I know you're busy with family, trying to get this thing off the ground and other
Yep.
life stuff. So I do appreciate it. If there's anything you think I can do at all, let me know. I will promote this thing as much as I can. I can repost your stuff. I can do all that good stuff. But it looks like you have some really good partners, man. This is going to be a great, great thing. So again, good luck to you. Good luck to all the golfers, and just so everyone knows, I got next. So, I
You got
guess,
it, John. Appreciate your time, man.
yeah, man, appreciate it, bud. I'll let you know. I'll hit you up when this goes live, and just let you know. And then if you want to push it out, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. No pressure.
All right, man. That sounds great. Look forward to
All right,
tagging
brother.
you.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Enjoy
Appreciate
your
it.
night.
Thanks, bye.
Bye bye.